All right, good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Abe. All right, happy Monday, everybody. Let's get this show on the road. What we got going on here is a market that's in consolidation. We're making a run to harmony zone number two, which is resistance. And we're looking to see how far that's going to go. We have an opening range that we need to talk about here. Right here, we have the mids of the opening range. And we're just breaking that to the upside right now. We have a swing trade target of 394. Market is in sync on the long side. And pullbacks are viable on a swing trade basis. Next target is 419. Here comes 419. Next target is 44. It's a fast market. Here comes the 44. So if we're looking at the bigger picture, we're seeing this captain setup and reversal to retest, and now we're breaking out of this range. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if the market comes back and try to retest. Good morning, Safe. Good morning. We're getting faded, and all this is happening in the first 5 minutes. Wow. We're running through harmony zone number 1 and 2 here. That's amazing fast price action. Just watch out. I'm giving myself till 8:45 and looking to see how the opening range is gonna line up. It's gonna be obviously a big one. All right, so the market reversed that, and we are in sync on the short side. We're hitting support at the top end of the Globex band, and let's see how the rallies get challenged. So that's support, which is the breakout point of the opening range. So we have that as a support area, and also we have the '06 to 300 as an area. If the market comes back down to that level, that we bounce back. We're testing harmony zone number 1. The idea this morning is just to kind of give the market on a Monday morning, give the market a little bit of time, wait for the first 15 minutes, and then start trading. Really, the structure of the market is, right here, they're consolidating after this massive move up and then the correction lower. We got 3 minutes to the opening range so far. Give me a second here. Right now it's fairly choppy right here, but it favors the shorts as long as we continue to hold on under 400. All right, so this is the opening range right now, or the ORB for the first 15 minutes, and we want to see what the market wants to do here. If the market flips to 419 and a quarter, the longs are back in charge of this structure. The fact that we came into the mid of this range and showing support, and we're showing buying interest, that's important for us to see. Yeah, I mean that's so far. So far, the market, what all the market is doing is running stops. We made a high and a lower high against harmony zone number one. I mean that's a resistance area. Let's take a look at ES. So I mean, if they continue to trade lower here, against that level, then we have a chance of breaking the 36s. I mean, if the market breaks this level, then they're position us for pullbacks to buy, and this is the almost like the last line of defense for the shorts that like they really need to come here or otherwise we're gonna get that flip. Here we go. I mean, we're seeing a lot of distribution here, but that doesn't mean we go short yet. If we break anything under 89, the market is producing a captain setup short on the 50 NT Rinko. If we break the 88, 89, so that would be a place where we start looking at the shorts in a meaningful way. If they do that, it's not looking like that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to flush everybody out of this trade above 20. The high of the opening range so far is not the opening range, but the ORB is 34. We're not too far away from it. Good morning, Sheila. Good morning. All right. I mean, that is kind of what you want to see from a short behavior. What we're seeing right now is that rejection against harmony zone number 2. Good morning, Kevin. Good morning. How are you, buddy? Good luck to you today. All right, so the market is in sync on the short side. We're looking for rallies as a shorting opportunity on a swing trade basis with a target of 319. 319 is what we're looking at. We're coming into the middle of the range of the ORB. So that is an area where the market is basically finding a bit of support. So we want to see, we don't want to see them break 390, and we want to see them make lower highs and then break 57. If that happens, then 319 becomes a very high probability. If we break anything over 390, then they're gonna re-challenge the close of 419. So 390 is something that we don't necessarily want to see. Oh, look at that. All right. Here we go. That's what we want to see. We're getting faster price action and the sellers are more pronounced and convincing. We're still in the middle of the range here, but we're getting better price action here on the short side. Good morning, Marty. Good morning. We're coming into the top end of the Globex band. Okay. If we start breaking anything under 45, that would be the trigger for continuation to our target of 20. Right now we're in the middle of the range. So if we clear this area, then really our target is all the way down to 280. So protect the 73 and the 90, and then we have a potential of getting to 18 and 80. 318 and 280. That's how the market is kind of lining itself up right now. Here it comes. So if we hit the 319, I mean they're trying to fade it here. I get it, but if we close under that 319, then we have Globex, which is 294 as a target. Let's take a look at ES. ES is hitting hit T3 and is backing off. It's definitely stronger than NQ by far. Um, Pullbacks are here we go. So we hit our target. Next target is Globex, which is 294 back to ES. ES needs to really clear 420 and at least start making attempts at it. And if they do, we're going to have a bigger potential on the short side in NQ. We're going to potentially get a bounce right here and try to test harmony zone number one. We'll see how far it wants to go. So right here, they're trying to run some stops against harmony zone number one, which is resistance. Here we go. We're gonna be heading toward that target that we talked about initially, which is that 280 down here. And just remember where we add to. Let me pull this location. You see how we're coming into this the mids of the opening ranges. That's a support area. So plus we have Globex right here. So that's an area where we're gonna get a little bit of back end fill. But ultimately we need to see that price getting hit. All right, guys. They're trying to shake people out, right? That's what they're trying to do. We have a target 294. That's our target. You don't want to see anything over 355 at this current time, or 360. We are in a transitional zone. I mean, they're taking off some of the buying in the short interest that it has. So the market is trying to back and fill, and right now the market is out of sync. So we hit that support level close to Globex and within the mids of the opening range, and they're bouncing it right back up. So just be very cautious here. This is where choppiness can start coming in, especially if we spend a lot of time between 55 and 70. And it looks like that's what we're trying to do here. Now, let's take a look here. See how we're going to the mids of the ORB? What happened if this candle closes lower to 329? If we end up doing that, then we're going to start looking at pullbacks uh, or rallies as an opportunity to look for a short to 281. So we need to see that happen first. Then we need to see 19 happen, and then we're ready for a push to below 300 into to the 280. So you have a lot of things going on here. You have Globex, you have a whole number, you have. So the market responding to all of this. Let's take a look at ES and see if things change. No, not really. ES is still stronger by far. Good morning, Adam. How are you, buddy? Let's go. Let's go. So if we get below 45 and below 28, that will set the stage for shorting the rallies. And if we break anything over 380, then that would be problematic for the shorts. We have such a wide range right now, and if you look at that high, you have a lower high, and if we come in with a lower high here before we break the 400, that would be significant. Right now, they're running stops, and I'm going to be patient and just watch the market. A bit of rejection right here. Man, the average stop in this environment is 42 points. Noise is 28 to 34. Um, so the risk of trading this environment is above average of what we typically trade, but that just due to the swings the market is making. But that also kind of lends itself to the idea if you hold on to a trade that's working, you can capture 50 points outside the noise of 28 to 34 points. $54 is important if we break it. Speed, range, and behavior. Speed is moderate. Range is contracting. Behavior is a sideways market in the middle of the range. We need to see a break below 40s for the shorts, a break above 94 for the longs to take control, as long as they don't really sell off afterwards. Like if you're looking at the bigger picture, what do we see here? That's a non-directional versus what we saw, like on a Friday and May 7th. I mean, you're seeing boom and market takes off or comes back down or takes off like right here. I mean, that's kind of a robust price action. What do we see here? The sideways consolidation more than anything else. So we need to be patient with this market. That's interesting right there. That's a rejection. That is a rejection. That's a good one to see. 54. We hit 54. The question, can we find a rally and find an opportunity for a short? So how would that look like? I mean, if we go up to 70 and pull back, that is really the better opportunity. See, I mean, we're still running through it. That's not what we want to see. We should have a rejection right here, like 75, 80. You gotta reject that level, and if you don't, then they're flipping the market right back up. Yeah, that's noisy right here. So the shorts needed to come under 45 to take control, because ultimately what we're trying to do here is we're trying to figure out who's in control. Right now, what's in control is the dip buyers, and there's a lot of noise around harmony zone number 1 and 2 of consolidation. So consolidated with a buying interest, and 95 can come in, and that will put a stop on the idea of trying to get short till a different structure shows up. But that is not what you want to see. You wanted to see 70 and a break lower, and now we're looking at 90s. There you go. Now the target is a long target of 419. How's everybody doing anyway? You guys are good? Don, good morning. Are you just watching right now? Okay, that's fine. 86.96. Oh six. Yeah, we're trading around a whole number here, but the long bias is what is in charge. Looking for pullbacks as a buying opportunity with a push toward our target of 419. Then we have targets that could go to 450 and 70, and a breakout of the structure that we were in. The market is in sync on the long side. We don't want to see prices below 60. Target's coming up. Here we go. 419. We got faded right at the target, so just kind of be careful. We don't want to see a big pullback here. All right, so we're heading back to target number or target target of 419. We need to support the 390 and 382. Come on, baby, let's go. It's like watching paint dry here. Yeah, that's a captain setup short that they just put on right now, and that is lend itself to a pullback. Yeah, that's a bit of a rejection against that target. Yeah, here comes the defense for the 400. I mean, they're putting a captain setup switch trade short against that 404. That is very interesting. Captain setup and another captain setup. That typically resolves itself in the direction of the second captain. We'll see here. I mean, you're getting a lot of consolidation against the major target. We're looking for pullbacks as a buying opportunity. There's a bit of defensive lower highs against that target, and this also is a negative behavior right here. If this current candle that we are in closes below that level and then that captain setup, then you're gonna get a push toward this level. Okay, this is our target. Then we have targets higher here and here, but you know there's no momentum here really. The market just chopping up. Yeah, we're getting a rejection here. We're getting a rejection and a pullback. 76 is very important for the longs. Yep. Yeah, they're coming in a little bit hot and heavy here. That's market out of sync here. That was a rejection against that target. Hmm. I mean, that's a big deal, to be honest with you. That's crazy. Now, now Globex is our target. There you go. Excellent, excellent, Adam. We're getting shot at 294 here, and that's a fast price action. Uh, if we look at the bigger picture is the market got rejected here. There's support between 93 to 239. So we need to watch how the market behaved there, but we're heading toward a break of Globex against the high of 393. We really needed to kind of push that 419 into the 420. We're off by a point or so, and the market just kind of reversed, got rejected hard. That could be significant because if we break 252 on a swing trade basis, you're getting a market that could pull back to 100, 100, and lower, much lower. Right now, we are at the bottom end of that range, and if you remember how the market got made a high here and got faded, now they're coming at the bottom end of that range, so they're most likely gonna punch up a little bit and try to shake some of these shorts out. Plus, we got Globex here. Yeah, we got something going on, guys. I mean, that has to be like news or something. We hit very close to our target of 244, and the market is, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. But Marty, let's take a quick look. Market is out of sync here. I'm not seeing any news, Marty, that tells me. I mean, the only thing that's really kind of popping up is this rat virus spread, hantavirus thing. It's like like we need another calamity in the world, really. I mean, enough war, pestilence, viruses. It's like, okay, we're done. Cancel 2026. All right, Joseph, man, money's coming. Good job. Hey, live. Good morning. Good morning. Hey, Nuke. Trump is talking. Yeah, that's probably why. Well, I mean, now you're getting a reversal pop. We're hitting resistance, which is harmony zone number two. I mean, we could go all the way up to 60 and recheck the market. So you're getting that 60. I mean, that 60 is the mids of the ORB, and you're literally tagged it here. Well, I mean, you were establishing it right here. Came back and tagged the bottom of it twice, and now you go into the middle of the range. And that tells me that the market is non-directional. There's no momentum. Really, it's just wide swings within an opening range. Okay, let's see here. Market is out of sync. Right here would be interesting if they closed 27, because that would put a captain set up long, then a captain set up short. Yeah, nope, they didn't do it. Now they're flipping the market. 60s are coming up, and actually 69 is coming up. Very nice, very nice. Here comes that 60. All right, we're gonna see if we can. get to 70. Yeah, it looks like it's going to retrace a little bit here. We want to see a push to that 70. I'm risking like 14 points on this trade for the potential of getting to 70 and higher. Took one out for a profit, going break even, and I have a bigger target. And my target needs to be right here, 94. And I'm gonna go break even on the next one, on that trade. So that's over 10 points on one, and I'm looking for a big target on the second one. Let's see if they make it. Right here, we're in the mid of the ORB, so that's an area where the market can retrace. But I'm going to take the risk of retracement for the potential of getting up to that 95. Yeah, it looks like it's going to come and get me, but they can come and get me if they want to. I'm adding to it if they give it to me, but they didn't, so I'm not gonna chase it. Let them work their way up there. I need to move my order just a tad bit higher. Okay. It's gonna come and get me. All right. Well, whatever. We give it a shot for a bigger target. And boom. That's fine. That is fine. They chopped it up here a little bit. We have a target of 94. How you doing, Nuke and Live and Joseph? How's Joseph doing? Kevin, how you guys doing? Pullbacks, pullbacks is buyable. we're getting a bit of rejection here. If we break anything under 54, that kind of puts a pause on this market for a tad bit. Just we have to be aware of location, right? Location, right? So where we at? We're in the middle of the ORB, and we're at the top end of the opening range, and those are two spots where the market can get faded a little bit. So you just gonna have to, if we're making decisions to go long, it has to be very specific, and you gotta go break even fairly quickly and take a target because you're trading the mid of that range, all of it. I mean, what got me in that trade is a very, very specific thing. Is this captain set up on the ad and that reversal, which was a little bit on the aggressive side, to be honest with you, but we added to it right here and took a target, took a break even, and the market kind of walked itself up to our target or close to it. So we'll be patient. We'll be patient. It's 9:47. We got plenty of time in the day. It's a Monday. Big money Monday, huh? Let's get some of that money. These people owe me money. They gotta pay up. Right, Adam? They owe us. And they're gonna pay. We're gonna raid their piggy bank. That's for damn sure, David. And I'm not gonna feel sorry about it either. Let's talk about ES. ES is important. ES is moving higher. It pulled back to the 20 and held the line, and now we're pushing. We're hitting a target, and we have a target bigger than it, which is a momentum target, swing trade target of 65 and a quarter. So as long as we continue to hold on to the 20, that is our target. The shorts in the middle of the range around Globex definitely has not paid. So we're T5. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Then we got swing trade target of 394. I'm looking for my next winning trade. Let's go. All right, guys. So I'm back. I just stepped away for just a second. It's 10 o'clock. We got an hour of this. What do we have here? What do we have? How is Abe doing, by the way? Adam, Don, how's Don doing? Sheila, Marty, Safe. What we got going on here? Um, wow. Small green, okay. Good, 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 Abe. Good job. Not an easy market, by the way, today. Like we had to kind of sit through a lot of price action just to kind of get a sense of what they're doing. All right, so average noise in this market is 22 points. Average stop is 30 points in this current phase of this market. We're looking at pullbacks are viable on a swing trade basis with a target of 419. That idea is going to continue to hold unless we break and hold under 57. 57 is problematic. We're at a whole number right now. Yeah, this type of price action where we're just, slowly grinding back and forth, it's just not. I mean, unless we fade every pullback in the direction of the trend, which is long, that's the only kind of play that we have here. Our target is 419. Hmm. Yeah, we can get a break here to 20. Okay, so we're getting a little bit of a distribution. If we go to 80, guess what we'll see here? 80. That's a captain setup on the 70 NT Renko. And that also breaks the captain setup long on the 50 if we start seeing any of that. So that would be a double signal short. And then we have a target at 56. So watch out for that 81 level. Here you go. And thank you. We took that bad boy. Now we're gonna look for a potential a re-entry. So we went from 86 to about 16 points on that order short. And we're probably going to get a whole lot more, I'll be honest with you, out of it. The 50s, the 54 is coming up. Hmm. They're putting a captain setup long and a switch trade long. So they're coming in. Ultimately, you got to break the 60. The structure of the market right now is out of sync. So it's a two-sided market. But, that short had a good reason into support. Support is harmony zone number one. And the market is putting on uh, buy formations at support. So the longs can take charge of this. It's just I cannot necessarily personally go long against this captain setup. Like it almost have to break the 420, come back and retest for me to actually go long against that type of formation. Now we could go to 90, we could go and test 400, and then if we fail with the one candle reversal, then that's a good reason for me to get back in the short side against that formation. Yeah, see that? I mean, that's so the shorts are on their back foot again. I mean, we picked up a pocket of buy of sellers that were very, very precise. And once they're gone, they're gone. I mean, then we have to look for another structure. And this rejection that we're getting is a rejection against that whole number as well. Here we go. So what happens if 64 shows up again? Uh, 64 shows up. I'm looking for rallies to short into this market with a stop against the 90. I ended up getting in a lot more than I wanted to. I ended up getting into 6 contracts here. I flipped it very quickly. I'd be surprised how much 6 contracts can, like that little bit of it, it just was $500. I'll take it. Yeah, we have momentum here. Okay, so I mean that's fine. Let them run it. We're coming into 400 and we got coming into the top end of that captain setup. I'm gonna be a little bit more patient and just kind of wait for that break. See that? That's the top end of that captain setup, and we hit Globex. Yeah, I mean, this thing is picking up some steam. So they're running the stops above that captain setup. Like, where else did we see this captain setup? I mean, here we go. I mean, that's a failed one. A six-prong captain setup that really kind of performed. Got tested once, got tested twice, three times, and faded. So that was a good one. Captain setup long right here for a big, big win. Where are we? Captain setup long, massive, massive move. Captain setup long, massive move. I mean, when you say massive, from 36, I mean, closer to 100 points. Captain setup short, massive move, retested, massive move. Captain setup long, decent. This is a captain setup long that failed, but the failure can work as an entry point. And look at that. That's a failure with an entry, a retest of it, and an entry, and then boom, market just sells off. So even the failure of these signals are a big pivot point. Let's see one more. Captain setup short. I mean, decent. I mean, it's a small move, but it's still money. Last one, last one, last one. Look at that. Captain setup long at the close. Boom. Huge move. This one did not go much. I mean, candle and a half and a fade. This one was a little bit tricky. A failed captain, a retest, then another failure. So keep an eye on that captain setup on the bigger time frame or bigger wrinkle frame. Nice long, nice move. We're about to hit our target right here. Target is 419, finally. Next target is 444. Target is about to get hit. 444 coming up. Hit did not close above it, which is interesting, but that's kind of the level that we were going for. And this is the first time, yeah, look at that. The first time that we break the ORB from the upside. So I wouldn't be surprised if they try to fade it right here and close under 415 because they're tricky like that. They always give you the impression of a breakout and they just fade the majority of them. So as we speak, they're literally moving on to that idea. And especially whenever you get to a swing trade target and they're just simply not breaking above it, and they just do a one candle reversal, the next move is typically a lower pullback or a bigger pullback. Here goes at 15. So now what does that mean? I mean, that means they're rejecting the top end of the ORB, and that puts a little bit of pressure on the market for lower prices till that test passes. So now if they run it up and they put a lower high, consolidate a little bit, and the cloud shifts negative, then you could see potentially a push lower to harmony zone number one. Or they could just continue to sell, sell, sell till you get there, but that's just not an entry for me. I mean, they're putting a one candle reversal right here in the middle of the range. That's always suspect, but that's pressure, and that's the second pressure. But you know, I want to see more. I want to see a retest that fails, and I need to see the cloud really kind of tightening. So what we have here is the structure of the market is long, but we're getting that rejection that we're trying to read through against the ORB range. So, you know, if you're looking at this, what do we see? See a captain setup, nicely kind of moved 2.5 candles into the middle of the range. The market responded well, held, shot up, and hit that top end of the ORB. One candle, two candles, and a bit of that, and now they're coming back up to retest. So if they fail it here, we'll see prices down to 380. So you don't necessarily want to see 34, 35. So the shorts need to fail the price for like literally like right here, between now and 35. If they do that, then they have a shot at lower prices. Otherwise, we're gonna most likely go up back up to 444, break it, and keep going. Because that would be the trend move. The counter trend move is for them to fail it here into 35, and then flush everybody under 400 into the 80s, and then stabilize it. Yeah, yeah. I would not be surprised, Adam. I would not be surprised. ES is strong. We have that one candle move, and we have a target of 74, 64 and a half. right? Yeah, so here we go. Target coming up. Let's go. It's grinding, but it's grinding higher, right? That's grinding higher. Oh, look at these bastards. Look at them. Holy moly. They are just not liking that 44s. It's like some seller keeps coming in. You don't see the seller? Okay. Somebody dumped something against that 44. Yeah, bro, come on. Here you go. That's a rejection. That's multiple rejections. Now, what they gotta do is they gotta do O6s. They gotta break O6s, and that would set the stage for a short or sevens. Right now, it's all middle of the range choppiness. And I'd rather be on the safe side and just look for pullbacks as a buying opportunity. But I'm taking notice of how they're reacting to these top levels, which is rejection, rejection, rejection. That's one, two, three. This one depends on how that one works out, but two switch trades in a row. That's middle of the range buy signal. I mean, I would think, Adam, they're kind of tricky with the way they're moving that price. I mean, they're rejecting it, they're buying it, they're rejecting it, they're buying it. They're just playing around with that structure. Yeah, I mean that's the game right now. Buy the lows of the pullback. So, average noise in this market is 18 points. Average stop is 28 points. The direction is long. Pullbacks are buyable on a swing trade basis. 20 to 33 on pullbacks are buyable against that close below '06. And a target of 44. Then we have targets higher into 60s and 80s. If the market breaks, like if it pulls back and it never gives you like a buy signal with a reversal, and it breaks under '06s, then that will change the personality, and we will get a situation where the market is rejecting this, rejecting the ORB, top end of the ORB, and then they're gonna fade it back down to the middle of the range with a close of '06s. So that is the flip side of that idea that we're having. Which one is gonna win? I mean, there's more probability right now that the longs are gonna win versus the shorts coming in. So that's the direction I'm thinking of taking a signal on. But you will know very quickly, like, okay, so if they put a captain setup short right now, meaning closing under 31, okay, so they didn't do that. Okay, here we go. So we closed 44 finally, right? Now the next target is 469. You're back in action going long. Yeah. That feels good. I know you got hit earlier. Longs are still in charge. Look at that. Pull back. That's a railroad long with a potential of target 1, target 2, and close of 469 and a stop under 10. Pullbacks are viable on a swing trade basis. We're almost done for the morning here. So how's everybody doing across the board? You guys are in business, making money. Is any of the stuff that I'm saying helping you in any way? Hopefully. The longs are in charge. Here we go. 469. Yeah, like in order for the shorts to really come in right now, they have to break 420. Like structurally, if that's what we were looking for, you got to break 420 in order for the shorts to come in. Hey David, that's okay, man. I mean, it's all about the reps. Keep putting reps in, and we're all getting better at this. The more reps you put. And about to hit target 469. Hmm. 494 is next target. Long and strong. Long and strong, baby. I think a lot of this has to do with how ES has been behaving, because even when the market pulled back on NQ, ES has just stayed strong. Hey Don, how was your trading today? All right, excellent, excellent. All right, so what we got going on here? Pullbacks are viable on a swing trade basis with a target of 494. Short because market feels overbought.
Nadal, here's your reminder.
All right, guys. So it's 11. It's 11 o'clock. I mean, that's pretty much the morning session for me. We had. Let's go review these trades. I mean, we did good. I mean, that's a trade, a positive trade on 6 contracts by accident, but that's a $400 trade. We did 16 points off that one contract short on a captain setup short on the 70 NT Rinko. We did uh, 2 contracts captain setup long, consistent with the trend, and we made what is that? What is that? 50. That's 15 points on one contract, break even on the other. Did I do anything else? Let me see here. I think that's it. Let me see. Because I think I waited and waited and waited and watched the market, and I was trying to figure out what the market is doing. Okay. Yeah, I think that's it. So basically, 3 trades, 3 profitable trades. I'll take it. That's a good day. Almost 1,000 for the day. And we'll see you guys bright and early tomorrow. You guys have a good one.